Hi everyone, my name is Caitlin Kibble and I'm making this video for my HDFS 445 class, Human Sexuality at Michigan State University. My topic I will be discussing in this video is hookup culture. I find this topic to be incredibly interesting because as a college-aged individual, hookup culture is very prevalent. So the purpose of this video is to inform you what hookup culture is and the factors that contribute to an individual's decision to engage or not to engage in hooking up. So these pictures below illustrate kind of the two different ideas that I will be discussing further in this video. So the woman on the left is saying, I just want to have one night stands, versus the man on the right saying, no sex before marriage. And just a little disclaimer here, there's no judgment for whatever I guess, side you fall on. If you decide that you want to engage or not to engage in hookup culture, that is completely your decision. So moving on. So now I'm going to introduce to you what is hookup culture. So according to our textbook, a hookup is defined as a one-time sexual encounter among individuals who do not know each other on a deep emotional level. There are also no expectations for a committed relationship from either of those partners after the hookup. Sometimes these sexual encounters can also be referred to as one-night stands, and they're also extremely common in popular culture today. So now we are going to look at my first objective, how emerging adults are influenced to engage in hookup culture. So the first factor is social media applications, and the second factor is sexually explicit films and TV shows. So now I'm going to go in depth about each of these. So here's a list of some popular social media applications, including Tinder, Pornhub, Bumble, Instagram, and Snapchat. So one of the reasons why casual sex has become increasingly more prevalent is because finding a hookup partner has become easily accessible through these apps listed. At the touch of your fingertips, dating apps like Tinder here, you can engage with thousands of single people as simple as just swiping right. This convenience factor has created and allowed for casual sex to become more normalized within our society. So, according to the research, there was a cross cultural study conducted with 666 participants who filled out a short answer questionnaire about dating apps and hookups. The results of the study found a strong association between using these dating apps and having casual sex with a one time partner. So, this implies that using these dating apps is an emerging sexual risk factor and can also cause more risk factors in the future, such as STIs. So, this research study showed that dating apps do influence young adults' decision to engage in hookups. Um, these apps are focal points for young adults like us because we are always on our phones, and these apps require little amount of effort in order to find a partner. So next, we are going to discuss popular movies and TV shows. I'm sure we've all seen at least one of the movies and TV shows listed here, but did you know that every single one listed here has at least one explicit sex scene? You would actually be surprised how many sexually explicit movies and TV shows are readily accessible for all ages with no restrictions on streaming sites like Netflix or Hulu. Young adults' decisions are influenced by what they do watch on TV. In fact, there was a report conducted in 2005 by the Kaiser Family Foundation about sex on television, and they found that media was the primary basis for emerging adults' opinions about sex. The results said that 77% of primetime television programs contained some sort of sexual content. So, following the research, well over half of all television programs on TV include sexual content of some sort. And that directly contributes to young adults' opinions and decisions to engage in risky sexual behaviors. So, here we are going to look at my second objective, how emerging adults are influenced to not engage in hookup culture. So, the first factor could be due to religious or moral beliefs. And the second factor is simply choosing not to have casual sex at all. So, there are many religions that have strict guidelines surrounding sex that could possibly deter a person from engaging in a one night stand or casual sex of that sort. So, for example, many Catholic individuals believe that it is a sin to have premarital sex. So, therefore, they will remain celibate until marriage. Another reason some people might choose to not engage in one night stands or hooking up is simply because they are making the conscious personal choice not to. Some people might not feel comfortable or safe, and that is totally acceptable and a fine reason to not engage in hookup culture. So next, we are looking at future work/projects. So I was thinking about these unprecedented times that we are all going through right now, and I was trying to see if I could tie anything into my topic that I could research in the future. So I did come up with an idea, and it was, how has COVID-19 affected hookup culture? Now that we are practicing social distancing, keeping at least 6 feet apart at all times, and required to wear masks, will hookup culture be starting to drop, now, the near future, and beyond? Um, I would be interested in doing some research and maybe a project about this topic more in the future. I think this is something that really falls in line with what I am interested in. So, to conclude with this video, I just wanted to say really quick that I'm not trying to convince anyone that hookup culture is good or bad with this presentation. I'm simply was just trying to inform you guys what influences emerging adults to engage or not to engage in hooking up. And always remember that sex is 100% your personal choice. If you would like to engage in hookup culture, just be sure that you are always comfortable protecting yourself and practicing safe sex. Thank you guys so much for listening.